So I'm Elizabeth Marchand. I'm a researcher in the Center for Functional Ecology in the Department of Life Science in the University of Coimbra. And I work with invasive plants. Invasive species or invasive alien species are species that are introduced from some other place, and in the new place where they are introduced they are able to reproduce and spread by themselves in a way that they will occupy large areas, and with this promote many different impacts at ecological, socio-economy and even human health. So I work with a particular part of invasive species. I work with invasive plants, not all the species, and I work in different subjects. My research is very much focused on the impacts and restoration of invaded areas. I work very much with biological control, so using natural enemies from the native range to control invasive plants in the place where they are invasive, and that contributed to introduce the first biological control agent against an invasive plant in continental Europe. My work relates a lot to biodiversity because these species and many of the species that I work with, they really are a threat to biodiversity. So we are trying, the last view in the horizon is to protect biodiversity and restore ecosystems and ecosystem services. I don't work so much with climate change. Climate change will change a lot biological invasions and invasive species, but it will be very different depending on the species. So last year in 2023 it was published a very important report by IPBES. This is an intergovernmental platform that works with biodiversity and ecosystem services, and they've produced a report dedicated to invasive species. It's scary because it shows how bad these species are, how much they are impacting not only biodiversity, that was already a result from a previous report from IPBES, but also on people and nature contribution to people. So they are changing a lot ecosystem service and the way we can use nature in a way that most often we don't even are aware. Okay, so one other project that I'm involved with is the Portuguese network of study and management of invasive species. It's a network, an informal network associated with SPECO, where we try to network with stakeholders from many different kinds. That everyone, you and me and everyone, is part of the problem, but it's also part of the solution. Information is available and people can learn about the species and help to spread the word.